In this video, I wanted to speak just quickly about things you need to be really aware of and just taking that extra bit of caution. This is mainly if you're not going to be booking with Clinicana, because there are cowboys out there. You've probably heard some horror stories about things going wrong, etc. So the most important thing really is to make sure that you choose the right clinic. If someone's offering something that just seems too good to be true, particularly if it's especially cheap, then just avoid it, quite honestly. There are people out there that will offer a hair transplant for 500 euros or 1,000 euros, and you get what you pay for at the end of the day. So I think they're already very cheap for what you get with a clinic like Clinicana, and you might just end up going out paying like a few hundred euros, but you're in someone's basement somewhere. There's not properly sterilized equipment, it's not even a proper clinic, etc. So that would be the main thing. If you're not looking at Clinicana, if you may be looking at other alternatives, you need to make sure that you've done a heck of a lot of research, because the reviews might not be genuine, etc. Obviously, just look out if there's only a small number of reviews anyway. They're not doing a lot of hair transplants, and you just can't really rely on that. There's one or two big clinics that have got thousands of reviews. Literally, I've already reviewed Clinicana, how many reviews they have. There's little to no chance, from your point of view, that those reviews are fake. There's just so many of them. There's so many testimonials. Obviously, you're getting it firsthand as well from me and seeing the results from that clinic. So if you're straying away from Clinicana, you just need to be so careful. You probably really need to have known someone that's gone to that clinic and has had a very, very good experience. Otherwise, I just would say it's probably not worth it. If your main concern is cost, you'd probably be better not having one or taking your time and saving up for a better one than going somewhere that's overly cheap. The other thing is that something that's kind of sort of popular, kind of a bit of a buzz thing at the moment around hair transplants is things like PRP or stem cells, which are kind of supposed to help a little bit with the growth after the hair transplant. So they're not really like an alternative. It's like something that's combined with a hair transplant. And, some clinics are saying that, you get it as thrown in, etc. Just be a little bit careful of things like that, because you don't even know if that is, if that's actually what they're giving you. It's not necessary. It's not necessary anyway. You can see that the Clinicana, they don't use those kind of extra things, but they're not necessary anyway. So I feel like it's a bit of a sort of sales tactic, almost like a bit of a gimmick, that type of thing as well. So that's just another thing to be cautious of. But generally speaking, if you're going with Clinicana or you're going with a really reputable, long-standing clinic out there, then I'm sure you'll be absolutely fine, no issues whatsoever. It's only when you're sort of straying from that well-trodden path, really, that you could potentially getting yourself into bother and ending up with a bad hair transplant.